Hi friends, happy Sunday. Welcome back to today's video. We have a fun one planned for today. I am going to let my two dogs, Luna and Nova, choose what I read for the week. Okay, so I think plan of attack is going to be lay out 3 books, put treats on each book, let one of the girls come in, whatever one they gravitate towards first will be the pick for the week, and then lay out a separate 3 books, same thing, let the other girl come in, let her choose. There's gonna be a little bit of versatility where I'm gonna choose 6, this is gonna be from 6 different books. I'm not gonna recycle books where if one doesn't choose one, I'm going to use it again for the other. No, I'm going to have 6 books in total that we have options for and kind of go from there. Now, it might take me a little while to set this up because if they know that there's treats involved, then they're going to fight over them. So I think I'm going to have to stick one outside and they're going to bark and then kind of set up in a spare room where I have room to do this and kind of go from there. So bear with me.
Okay, so I have a bunch of reads picked out. We've got Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood, and Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. I don't have the physical copy of this. I have this on audiobook, so I just printed off like a little placeholder per se. And we're gonna toss some treats on top. Okay, my girl. Which one do you want? What's that? All right. Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig it is. Are you enjoying yourself? Okay. All right. Now we're going to reset the books. Okay, we've reset the books. And we have Starlight Air by Emily Howard, The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, same thing, I have an audiobook, so I just have a placeholder here, and The Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen. Okay, so we are doing The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy for our audiobook this week. Are you proud of yourself? Huh? Hi. Okay, so we have our beep beep. We have our 2 picks for the week.
Okay, so I figured I would give an update. I'm about 40% way through. I started it last night. I was reading it at work during lunch today, and I have to say, I'm not loving it. I'm a little disappointed so far. So, One Dark Window, I read that a couple months ago. I think it was December. And I rated that 4 stars. I loved it. It was a magic system that I haven't read before. I like the cards. I like the disease. It was great. It was fun. I didn't know going into it that it was actually YA. So I was a little thrown off kilter because I don't typically read a whole lot of YA. I'm very picky and choosy with it. But yeah, I'm just not loving it. I think maybe what it is that it's just a little slow. It's slow, but it's not slow. Like, it's just starting to pick up at the 40% mark. And I don't know. We have Elspeth and Raven off doing their own thing, but we don't really get a whole lot of Elspeth based on what happened at the ending of One Dark Window. And then we've got Elm and Ione also doing their own thing. They're on their own little side quest, and we don't really have a whole lot of Elspeth in this book. So it's just, I don't know, maybe that's what my problem is, but I find myself not really interested, and I'm kind of losing interest and maybe not necessarily paying attention as much as I should. It's just not as captivating as book 1 was. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to pick up a little bit more. Like it just started to, but I'm hoping that we keep momentum, and that we kind of progress a little bit better, because I don't know. I'm not enjoying it, and I feel like I'm just not wanting to pick it up. I don't want anything to really do with it, as bad as that sounds. But yeah, so I am going to take a break for tonight, I think. I have pickleball later tonight. I have some things I want to do around the house. And yeah, so I think I'm going to finish this off. Maybe not finish it off, but continue this tomorrow. Hello, friends. It is a few days later, and I finished Two Twisted Crowns. I'm going to be totally dead-ass honest. I did not love this. I'm going to rate it a 3.25 stars because it was just so slow, the first 40% of this book, and I was just bored and finding myself wanting to DNF it. I don't know. I was not impressed. The main reason for that is because there's something that happens at the end of book 1, and we don't really have Elspeth in this book. She's a whisper in the wind. There's no, we hardly have any Elspeth in this book. So Elm and Ione are very fastly becoming main characters in this, which I did really like. There's a lot of aspects with her and her maiden card. It was cool to see the ins and outs of their story. But yeah, we didn't really have any Elspeth in this. It was quite, I don't know anything about her. I feel like she was a main character, but I don't know her. She's a whisper in the wind in this book. So I'm quite disappointed about that. There is so much potential. I love the magic system. It's so unique, but it just, I don't know. And I'm wondering if it's maybe because it's YA, and I didn't know that this series was YA going into it. I thought it was adult or even new adult. And I just, yeah. So that might be part of the reason as to why I'm not loving this as much as I could have. I definitely think the first book was a lot better, and I rated that a 4 star. So I'm going to give this a 3.25. Yeah, I feel like we could have definitely had a lot more in this, but it fell a little flat for me. I found myself wanting to DNF it. I didn't want to continue it, but yeah. So overall, a really fun concept. I really enjoyed the conclusion. It kind of tied all of the loose strings together in the end. But yeah, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I have to say it's not necessarily going to be a series that I recommend often, unfortunately. So 3.25 stars for Two Twisted Crowns. So now we are going to jump into our audiobook for the week. And I have my little flimsy placeholder here, but The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This is a college hockey romance. He plays hockey, she plays hockey, and they come to like a mutually beneficial agreement where they both work together in order to achieve their hockey goals. So I'm excited to see how this one's going to go. There's 3 books in the series altogether right now, and I actually just received a ARC copy for the Charlie Method that just came out recently. So I want to power through this series in the next couple of weeks here, so I will check back in once we have an update. Hello. I figured I'd pop into here and do an update on the Graham Effect audiobook before I finish it. I'm having the time of my life. I'm flying through this thing. I've been listening to it all day at work as I'm plugging away. I've been listening to it since I got home while I'm folding laundry and cooking dinner. I'm having the time of my life. It is so fast-paced. It is hilarious to the point where you're giggling to yourself and kicking your feet like a moron. So that was my day at work. And I feel like every single hockey romance that I've had lately has been amazing. I've had great luck, knock on wood, but it's so much fun. I'm loving it. Gigi and Ryder, I really like them. I thought that the plot line would potentially be a little bit stale due to them both being in hockey, but we haven't had that issue at all. And we also don't have a whole lot of background on Ryder and his past, so I feel like there's going to be a shoe that drops down the line here, but I'm loving it. The side characters, there is a couple of side characters that I'm really loving, and I did some digging. They're actually in book number 3. I'm just, yeah, babe. Yeah, it's so much fun. There is, I have book number 2 geared up in Libby. That is on hold currently. I have the Charlie Method, which I have an arc for. So I want to jump into these next books like relatively soon because they're that good. They're so much fun. I think as of right now, I would probably rate it about a 4.25 or a 4.5 stars. So I'm curious to see how the rest is going to go. Obviously, this is a lot of foreshadowing in the future, and it could definitely change and it could bite me in the ass, but we're about 55-60% way through, so we'll have to see. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying the Graham effect, so I'm gonna carry on tomorrow morning. We got a bunch of stuff to do tonight, so I won't necessarily have time to continue, but I'm going to carry on tomorrow morning and hopefully finish it and have an update for you tomorrow. So I will check back in once we are done. It is the next day. I just got home from work and I finished The Graham Effect. I freaking love this. This was so good. I am gonna have to rate it a 4.5 stars. It was awesome. It's fun, it's flirty, it's such a quick read. I love this. We've got Grumpy Sunshine. We have Ryder, who we found out has a traumatic past. We have Gigi's ex. Fuck that guy. He's awful. It's awesome. There's also a few bombs that got dropped, and my jaw was on the floor with these plot twists. They were so good. Never expected them, never saw them coming. It's just awesome. One thing that did annoy me throughout this book, though, is that Gigi's dad, Garrett Graham, this man. So this Campus Diaries series, there's another series before that is I think it's a 6-book series that Elle Kennedy has out. And this new series is basically following the kids of those people. So Garrett Graham, he's Gigi's dad. He's this big hot shot hockey player, and like he's big dog. And yeah, we kept getting his name over and over and over again. It was really emphasizing, and I understand we're trying to connect the two series, but like, oh my gosh. Okay, we get it. He's hot shit. We get it. So it was a little bit annoying, but overall, I really love this book. It's 4.5 stars for sure. So overall, we had a 4.5 stars and we had a 3.25. So not too bad. Graham Effect definitely won out this week, and I want to jump into the rest of the books as soon as possible. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye.